Welcome back! We're ready to go to the Future Vault, and although this book has a share icon, sharing it has so far not really worked for us. Although I think you might end up in the same place anyway if you just use it.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Nora was standing behind me, so... And like we said, this location is actually tied to the ending of Path of the Shell, because Yusha said that Kadish's body is no longer in his vault. And indeed, we can see that he's gone.
And you're not here.
No, okay, we're not in the same place. Well, I don't
What a
know if that's
shame.
possible. It didn't work for us anyway this time. There's a bunch of pieces of a note on the floor here. This one says, "I've saved his life." And there's one over here, which says, "These are the powers of gods, and I now have this power." And there's some kind of a symbol on the bottom, which I honestly don't know what that's for. A clue for something, maybe a puzzle that's not in the game. Or maybe one of you will tell me that I'm missing something really obvious. There's the absolutely ridiculous helmet here, which I don't feel like taking. There is at least one more of these pieces of paper. There we go. "I have conquered the stream. These streams set the flow of their own will. Now flow where I..." It seems that this was written by Isha. You could see part of Isha's symbol on it as well. And it seems to imply that, I don't know, she brought Kadish back to life or something. Or maybe she saved his life in a more metaphorical sense. Hard to
I
tell.
always thought it meant. I always thought it meant she gave him a proper burial.
That might also be the case. I think the idea that she actually brought him back to life goes a little bit too far in the godlike powers thing. But anyway.
You know what that checkerboard thing reminds me of? The mist
Fireplace, yeah.
fireplace.
There's also a Relto page here, up on the edge, which gives you butterflies, who can then be friends with your fireflies, if you have them, which I don't at the moment. And there's nothing else around the edge here.
The other thing about this place is you can't fall off the edge if you go outside.
Yep, you can't fall off the edge and you can't get back down. And like I pointed out in Completed Chronicles, the journey door is also absent from this version. I wonder what happened to all of his riches. Stolen by greedy explorers, maybe. Although they left
There's
some of the
something on.
rugs.
Yeah, I was just going to say there's a rug on the wall, and there's that blue button. Did you try pushing that blue button? Does it close the door or anything?
Well, it is the button that closes the door. I'm not entirely sure if it works in the future version. I don't think so.
It allows you to push it, and the light goes out, but it
But it
doesn't
doesn't
do
do
anything.
anything. Okay, well that's all there is to do in the future vault. Now there is one more age that we have not yet visited. This age does not give you a wedge for your Relto, but it does give you a sparkly, so we want to go there. Other than that, there really isn't much you can do there. I'm just looking at my butterflies.
So we meet up in the city, meet up in the library.
Yes, so this place we want to go now is Jalak, and the book for Jalak is in the library next to the book for Minkara. Since we haven't been there yet, we don't have the book on our bookshelf, so we will head to the library courtyard next to the station to pick it up. And Jarlock is an age where there is not an awful lot to do. It's very small. Um, and well, the main reason it's there is you can play games with other people or something like that. Although there's no clear rules, so you'd have to make up your own games. And some people have. You can find games that people have made up for this age on the web. We're not going to play any though. And playing them can be very hard anyway because some of the lag makes the physics somewhat twitchy sometimes. Okay.
We tried playing one once, and Sven beat the pants off me.
Which is more because I had less lag than anything else.
That's... Oops. I love this music. Oops.
Indeed. Where are you going? You're walking in circles.
I'm not moving at all. Oh, there I go. I got stuck.
It's lag. That looked really weird from my perspective because you were just walking in circles.
I was just standing still and hitting the thing, hitting the keys. So your computer obviously extrapolated.
Probably. Okay.
Now we have to share this.
Well, we
Let's hope
first
this
have to
share
look
works.
at the notebook that's lying here, which is a notebook I haven't read before. It's not very long. So I'll read it now. Jarlock. We still haven't figured out exactly how this place is supposed to work, and we're not sure we're ever going to. We do know that the Dunny came here for some kind of sport, and it was fairly popular. We know that audiences came and watched whatever game they played. It's the rules we don't know. We have found no rules written down by the Dunny, which means that it was such common knowledge that no one felt the need to write it down, or the game always changed. Either way, we've been having fun here, and we figured we might as well share a couple of games that we've come up with for this place. You can add your own rules, modify ours, or come up with something completely different. Maybe yours is the way the Dunny really did it. Who knows? Okay, and there's rules for a couple of games here. I'll just read them out. Quick cubes. Alright, so this is one of our favorites. Make sure the arena is level. That means all the pillars are at an equal height. Then bring 2 of the big cubes. Make sure the wall's in place and set 1 cube on each corner of the arena. Somebody yell go. The rules are you can only affect the pillars directly next to you. In other words, you can only lower or raise the 3 or 4 pillars that surround you. No diagonal stuff. You can move all you want to make sure you affect other pillars, but you have to keep to the adjacent pillar rule. The objective is to get your cube from your corner in your opponent's corner before your opponent gets his or hers into yours. Play offense or play defense, but hurry. I think this is the one we tried to play, but it just ended up being who exploited the lag the best than any actual strategy. Chess cubes. This one is a little slower. Those of us who are a little more into strategy prefer this one. Same idea as before. Level the field, 2 cubes. 1 in each corner. After they are hit the randomize button. With this one you can still only affect the pillars adjacent to you. In addition, you only get 3 pillar moves before it's your opponent's turn. Your opponent will hear the raises or lowers, so don't cheat. You can move the cube all you want while your opponent is going, but you can't change any pillars until it's your turn. Same thing as before, get the cube to your opponent's corner before they do. We should add that some of the res ends, which is restoration engineers, have been using this place as a construction sandbox. You should see some of the stuff they've built, castles and stuff. Well, wannabe castles at least. Okay, well this is really vague in that you don't really know what they're talking about until you visit it. So let's visit it and see what they're talking about. Can you... Yes, okay. This one you do have to share, and it should work. Assuming we haven't broken the game completely.
Well, I seem to have gone through.
Me too.
Oh, you'll get there before me then.
Probably. Okay, I linked in quite high and fell down. That can happen in this
Oh,
age.
me too.
Oh, you linked in the opposite corner. How the hell does that work? And this is basically the entire age. This bunch of pillars. I think the spectators would probably have been at these walls. I guess there would have been stands that are now missing. You can actually fall off the edge here, but you can only fall onto that lower edge that you see down there. Right now I think the force field's up. Yes, it is. So I can't fall off. If you try and fall off the lower edge down there, which you can only do if the force field is off, then you'll automatically panic link. So you can't get away from this area with the pillars. We'll look around here some more in the next video.